guys, welcome to another video. Today I am making a little bit of a new video, a little bit of a driving video. Today we are at XQuarry up here in Sharjah, and we are doing, this is a Jeep day. Basically they're launching a new Jeep Wrangler 392 here in the UAE, and it was a spectacular show that they just put up for us outside. I'll post a video, if my phone worked there, I'll post a video up next on that. Absolutely fantastic. And then at XQuarry there are 20 obstacles that you can do with your off-roading vehicle. I did a few of them, I recorded a few of them, but I did all of them that I could, that I was allowed to do, and I recorded some of them. So I'm gonna put up some footage of that. Hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll put a bit of a voice over that as well wherever needed. But I hope you guys enjoy the video. If you do, leave a like, and if you're in the UAE and you haven't yet, check out XQuarry. It's a fantastic playground for anybody with an off-roading vehicle, and the obstacles vary for all situations and all skill levels. The noise or the music in the background is super loud, but this is the Wrangler 392 Rubicon, launched here in the UAE. This thing is an absolute beast and it sounds fantastic. I'll try and get my voice a little bit louder, but this thing sounds great on the highway. Well, where it was driving, where we heard of it, it sounds absolutely fantastic. And I'll put up a few stats of it here on the side of the screen as we go around. Okay, so here we have a Jeep Gladiator with an 8-foot bed, pretty much a single cab Gladiator, which they teased us with when they said Gladiator was coming out, and here in the UAE they made it possible. Over here we have a 6-seater Jeep Wrangler Rubicon. It's not a Rubicon, it's a Gladiator that they extended all the way to the back. So they have parts of a JK on here, they have parts of a JL on here, and yeah, I think it's a suspension of the Gladiator up until the first doors, and then after that it is a custom job from front to back. And then we have this custom Jeep Gladiator back end of a trailer, custom built here in the UAE. This actually looks like a Rubicon backside of a Gladiator that was cut off and made into this. Well, this backside might be off of that Jeep, because that's a Gladiator without the backside. So this is probably the back off of that custom 6-seater over there. Well, 7-seater actually, if you want to squeeze in the back. These look absolutely fantastic.
So as promised, there are some of the obstacles that we did on the day. This is just a water pit around bend, where the exit is a little bit interesting because my Jeep is unmodified and unlifted. It just takes a bit of a different angle to get out of it. So with these marshals that are super helpful at XQuarry, this was a fantastic event and a fantastic experience, because the marshals here just makes it so much easier for you to do. And this waterhole can be done with any vehicle, not even a snorkel needed. Next up were some flexi bumps. They're really flexi. Check in the video. Next up is some suspension travel, and honestly, with an unmodified Jeep on stock ride height, this thing did fantastic, and it took these bumps like a champ. Even when you look at the top view, the Jeep doesn't, well, the Jeep travels a lot, but the suspension just took it like a champ. Next up were some barrels that we could drive over. They told us to keep a little bit more to the left because if you slid, you would slide to the right and into those rocks. But really, it was a breeze. I was afraid of this one because in a similar one previously I bent my red JK's axle, so this one I was a little bit, well, I was a little bit scared of this one, but well, it went over pretty easy, and luckily the barrels line up, and once again with some expert marshals helping you out, this is made a lot easier. It looks a lot harder than it actually was. The Jeep just exaggerated over those bumps, and as you can see here, this is my friend Charlton also doing the same thing. He, on the other hand, has a Mopar 2-inch lift kit on his Jeep. You'll see him in a few of the other obstacles as well, because the two of us were doing these. This is just a little bridge. Basically, we have a marshal guiding you over so that you don't drive into the water. In my opinion, the marshal was almost not needed because I would have liked to have tried this on my own. But it's a really nice thing to have that marshal to guide you over. Those planks are really wide, definitely wide enough for your wheels. And here's Charlton again also driving over. Just looks awesome from that angle as well. Next up, this guy was parked in our way, and I had to honk at him like 3 times to get out of the way. Next up was this cement descent, or the cement hill that you went down.
Any last words?
Wish me luck, here we go.
All the luck.
It's only downhill from here.
Sorry, after that belly scratch there, that was really cringe-worthy. I just cut the sound because the wind was really, really bad. So basically here, just a cement downhill where they tell you to put it in hill descent mode. You tap lightly on the brakes if needed, but pretty much the Jeep does everything for you. The first time I tried this, I did it with the hill descent. The second time I tried it, I had no hill descent. Look, Ma, no hands! And here is just a point of view, well, from the roof point of view, of the same hill. This was the second time that I did it. So yeah, it was a fun drive, and it's a really good experience. It was pretty easy if you just follow the instructions of your marshals and use a little bit of common sense. But this was really a nice day with some really nice obstacles. In a bit, we're also going to be seeing the way that Charlton came down that same hill. So yeah, so here's Charlton coming down the same hill. You can see that they've actually patched up that hill a little bit on a spot where it probably got dug out. But I mean, this is an awesome experience and an awesome park. I really would suggest you guys try it if you have an off-roading vehicle. Yeah, so he also came down with hill descent here at this particular time to as the instructions were.
Akacholi! Die Afrikaans! My hel!
On this one, there was an easy route and a bit of a harder route that you basically just drive up a little bit of a hill face using momentum to carry yourself up. And yeah, this was actually easier than I thought it was going to be. Really nice experience. Once again, sorry, I'm going to say that a lot because this was my first time at this place and it absolutely blew my mind. So it's a bit of a climb there, and I drive a sport, so I don't even have lockers on this, and it really took that easily. And then we're just heading off to the next bit of flex. So yeah, here we just go through the whole
It's okay.
No, I have made peace with the fact that my wheel arches are going to get ripped off. My wife hasn't, so that's why they are still on there until they rip off. Cool, thank you.
As I said, this was a bit of a bigger suspension travel, a bit of a bigger flex test. With Charlton's Jeep that has a 2-inch Mopar lift, I think he took it a little bit easier than I did. But my Jeep still took it really well without even having suspension modified on it. But I really need to get that sorted. Definitely one of the first upgrades that I'm going to do in the very, very near future. Once again, both of our Jeeps are stock Jeeps, sport Jeeps without lockers. So all of this was done with stability control and whatever, the basic that you get with your sport. The only difference is he has a lift kit and I don't, and we still made it through this pretty easily. I would like to actually try a more challenging line through that if it was possible in the future. This is a bit of a seesaw.
Apparently nobody has balanced it. I tried really hard, but I couldn't get it.
I call this one the side crawl because you basically lift your wheels and you crawl on your side. Charlton took this video of me doing the middle part there, and then I took a video of him doing the same thing as well. And I'm going to show you the point of view as well. Like you don't realize what an angle you are at until you actually look at the camera or until you feel what it feels like inside of the Jeep. Because the first one is lower. Then the second one is significantly higher. I'm not sure about the third one. We only did the 2 of the 3. But I'm guessing the third one is for wider vehicles. Here's the point of view. Like, that is quite an angle to be at just in a normal situation. And now you're doing the second one, and this one is a significant roll. Like, that is a lot to the sides. Yeah. Sorry for the wind noise in some of these videos. So this one is a set of stairs that you're doing, that you climb up, and the marshal's instructions were to take them basically at an angle, because if you go up at an angle, your wheels have better grip, where if you go straight up them, you're going to hit the step, and as you go over, your suspension is basically going to rebound, and it's going to make it a lot harder for you to go up the steps, and you could damage your vehicle by going up and hitting into the steps. Where in this one, where you're basically going at an angle, one wheel has more grip, so you're climbing easier to get
well done.
this
Thank you very
hill.
much, man.
Once again,
If you
Marshall
continue
was super with us. He explained it very well, and you understood why you went at an angle. You didn't question it because he actually had the idea of what he was doing. Yeah, so once again, non-lifted, stock ride height Jeep taking this one easily. The one with the big steps, I think that's only for heavily modified vehicles, and I was also told that you need to do that with very big tires, big grippy knobby tires. Yeah, and here's Charlton also taking it. It doesn't look that hard, but it's a fun obstacle to do, and if you do it right, it's really good. It's a good experience for both driver and passenger, I would think. We'll have to ask Charlton's son about that. And here is the rock crawling, probably the closest to rock crawling that we will get if you don't go into the actual mountains here. So basically a bunch of rocks that they threw that you can drive over, and they made a little route over it. My Jeep scratched like a mofo on this, but Charlton, with his lifted suspension, took it really easy. And there's only pretty much one line to take. I don't think there is a harder one to do, but yeah, so this was done really well. My Jeep, unfortunately, was a little bit too low, and I didn't want to attempt it a second time. Charlton did it twice, and yeah, he didn't get any body, suspension rub under the belly. I did, so yeah. And next up was the last and basically the biggest one, which was a gravel descent, where you go down a gravel road, very steep incline.
No, it's fine. Keep it straight.
That's fine.
Keep it straight. Straight. Little left, maybe. Yeah. Now straight it, and you will slide into that rut anyway. Keep it straight. Keep it straight. Keep it straight. We'll slide into that right now. Okay. Now you turn a little bit left. Left. Yep. Let it roll up a little bit. Okay. All right. Keep it straight. Keep it straight. Keep it straight.
Links. Yeah.
Yes.
Recht, rechts. Little bit right. Rechts.
You speak German?
Rechts. Charlton. Rechts.
Right, right, right.
Daar is
Right.
links.
Yes.
Ja.
Ja, ja.
Jou ander links. Afrikaans.
Just want to say, I understand almost everything.
Where are you from?
I'm from Germany.
Ah, well,
So,
German is close, and
If you have a Dutch friend, you basically have the Afrikaans. It's pretty similar.
pretty much you have it
Yeah.
down. I have a Dutch friend as well.
Ah, see. One of our marshals, he's also from South Africa.
Okay.
Down there at the concrete slope.
The girl downstairs, yeah.
She's from South Africa as well.
So we did this one twice, and this was our first time coming down. I was told there was one time coming down this hill where I was only on two wheels across from each other. This is a fun sped up version of Charlton. And here is me coming down that same hill for the second time. First time I was told to use hill descent. This time I decided I'm just going to put it in manual first gear, use my foot on the brake, and manage myself down the hill. And I love these kinds of things, so this was fun. And I think when I lift the Jeep, it's going to be even better than now. So being the dry area where we are, it was very much rutted out. So there was a bit of an approach to it, a bit of a strategic angle that you had to take with it as well, so that you didn't knock the underside of your car. But I think this was a really good attempt from my side as well. Having it lifted would have made it even easier. So yeah, And then this is a point of view from that same descent that you just saw from me coming down, where Charlton took the video. It looks pretty gnarly when you look at the angle that you actually go down from the top. Not as much as the concrete slope where it feels like you're hanging onto your seatbelt, but this was a pretty decent slope that we went down. And once again, expert marshals helping you understand why you do these things, because as a desert driver, we don't always look or see what a rock crawling or what a different kind of off-roading would have been looking out for. So their opinions was really appreciated. I mean, the dunes, you look at how the dune goes and you follow that. This something different completely, but an amazing experience. Just this is real time going down this thing and sliding down, managing it with the engine only and a little bit of brakes. And unfortunately I didn't record an outro, so that is it from me.
Hey guys, so I recorded an outro for the video and then my phone decided it's just gonna crash, so I lost the footage. It happens to everyone. This was our day at XQuarry. It was a fantastic event. It was a really good opportunity to test our cars out and to see the new Wrangler 392, where they played with it in the sand and the dust a little bit. I lost that footage as well, unfortunately. But I'm sure you will be able to see a bunch of that all over the place. We got some shirts for free and I got some hats. So yeah, those were some really cool things, and the whole day organized by Jeep Middle East was just a fantastic event. Great place to visit. They have camping up there at XQuarry, so you can go up there, camp for the night, and do the adventure park as well. As I said earlier as well, all vehicles can go, and the expert marshals will direct you on what you can do, what they suggest you to do. Obviously, it's all up to you, and you can attempt the obstacles that you want to do. Yeah, so if you guys like the video, please leave a like. If you would like to see more content like this, obviously subscribe, and then you will see more videos of me doing some things to my Jeep, hopefully coming soon, and then also more drives I have planned going, and some of the desert things. I actually want to make a few videos more and post them up a little bit more regularly. So yeah, and if you have any questions on XQuarry, let me know, or check out their website. They also have a really cool Instagram page. I'll put that down below so that you can go check it out, and I will see you guys in the next one. Cheers.